Hi, my name is Naman Parekh, and as a Belgian citizen, I found it intriguing to connect immigration with economics. Follow along with the book as we journey through the memoirs of Belgian immigrants. Please feel free to pause the video at any stage to finish reading the profiles. The video consists of a compilation of interviews, starting with the Honorable Vice Mayor of Antwerp, Mr. Philip Halen. Hope you enjoy.
Hi, my name is Philip Halen. I'm 43 years. I'm Belgian and I'm the Vice Mayor of the city of Antwerp.
How long have you been the Vice Mayor of Antwerp?
I've been Vice Mayor since 2004 and my term ends in January 2013 and I will go for re-election next year in October in 2012.
Having lived in Belgium for many years, have you witnessed a change in the number of immigrants?
Yes, in that way that we've had immigrants coming to Belgium as of the 70s, 60s, but above all in the 70s and the 80s. In those days, most of them were people who came over to Belgium as labor workers. In recent years, we see many people fleeing up to this part of Europe, also coming to Antwerp due to its international port, who are not only coming here for a job, but just because they're looking for a better life, a new life for them children, for themselves. So there is a change. There was a way that people were brought over here to work here because nobody wanted to do those kinds of jobs here in Belgium. Now you have people coming from Africa, from large parts of Eastern Europe, former Russian or Soviet Union, let's say, coming over here. And so it doesn't make it easier, but it's going to be something which we have to face for the next 25 years at least.
Is illegal immigration a concern to the country?
Yes, it is. I think you have to be an open society, a modern society, a society that welcomes people who really need the support and the help here. But we cannot be here and opening our borders for everybody. That's just what the problem is. So the European Union plays a tremendous important role in that. Once you enter one of the borders of the European Union, you're within the Union, which makes it very easy to travel and to pass borders. So in that way, it is a major concern, and it is something we have to look for. We cannot have everybody on our territory, and that's why we take measures to make sure that not everybody is allowed here. And if you have people here who have been, not given a permit or anything, and they have to leave the country, then we really want them to leave the country.
Yeah. Currently, are illegal immigration laws strongly enforced, and how?
Well, we have more stronger migration laws. It was too easy to maintain the Belgian nationality. That was done by former left-wing governments, and we now pay for that. So that's not really the way you have to do it. Once again, I feel very open-minded in this. I think you have to open your borders for those who really are in need, for people that we need, but we cannot have everybody coming over here. And so by making it easy to come over, everybody jumps in, and that's, the other side of the problem, because those who you really want to help, you're missing because there is a flow of people coming in, which makes it very difficult. So we have now tougher migration laws. The second part of the question is the more difficult one. How can you maintain those laws? How can you enforce them? And so we have been sending back people by planes in recent months. That's something new. It isn't that easy. And I must tell you that as a city official, we can give people by the police a document to say that they have to leave our territory, but we cannot, put with every of those people a police officer to really see that they go back to the other side of the world or the other side of Europe. So there is a difficulty between stronger migration laws and the enforcement of those laws, because of the fact that we're not talking just about Belgium, but we're talking about the European Union. So once people leave Antwerp and they go 25 kilometers north, they're in Holland, they're in another country. And then when they want, they can go to Germany and Luxembourg and Italy and Spain, and that's the way it is. So it is a major problem, a major concern, which in my opinion has to be solved on the European international level, and we have to make sure that the outbounds of like in Antwerp, the port of Antwerp, but also Italy, especially Italy, Spain, where you have, many flows of immigrants coming in, that you have to have stronger borders over there.
Yeah. How do you feel the 2008 recession has affected Belgium?
Oh, it affected Belgium quite hard, as it did with a lot of countries in this world, especially because we're a country that is focused above all on export. So when the world economy is going down, well, we don't export that much, and when we don't export, we feel it immediately. There are two businesses in which you feel it pretty soon. That's, of course, with containers in the port of Antwerp, which went down with more than 30%. And the same is with the selling of cars. If you see that there is less container traffic and there is less cars sold, that's when you see there is a worldwide economic crisis, because those two things, in my opinion, is something everybody needs. Everything what we use, everything what we do goes in a container. All the fruit or whatever we need goes all in containers. And wherever you live, and whether you have a lot of money or just a little money, everybody drives with a car.
Yeah.
So if you don't sell cars, and if you don't have containers shipped all over, that's when you have a crisis. That's what we saw in 2008 and in 2009. But I can tell you that now in 2011 we see a pretty well recovery.
Which methods are the Belgian government currently undertaking in order to stimulate the economy?
Well, first of all, you have to make sure that the budget deficit is not going up. We have very good ratings about that. We have a stimulation pact, which was done for companies. We're not raising taxes, so we make sure that people can spend money instead of paying taxes with it, because when you stimulate it by spending money, that's good for the economy. And then there is a whole bunch of measures that was taken in 2008 and 2009 to help the financial institutions, to make sure that people could have very cheap loans if they couldn't pay back at those days their mortgages or things like that. And I must say that even with our government, and we're looking for a new government, but even the sitting government really has done a pretty well job to make sure that the economy could recover. We have less unemployment than we had last year. Employment is going down in the whole of Belgium, in the southern part, in Brussels and in Flanders. So I think this really works. We just have to make sure that we keep the budget deficit going down, that we look at the spending of the government. But since we have a government which is just taking care of current affairs, they can't spend that much, and that's also helping us at this moment.
Yeah. Now in 2011, how do you view Belgium's economic status?
I think we're doing very well. There was a study of INSEAD in Switzerland, a professor saying that Belgium ranks in the top 10 of places in the world with most wealth and with the best circumstances to live in. But we have to make sure, and it's a struggle to make sure we keep it that way. In that way, the political crisis in Belgium has to be resolved pretty soon now. And we have to keep looking to the future. We have to invest in new high science technology. That's something we've always been very good in. We have to continue in investing in creativity. Because these are facts where we were very good in. You don't have to be middle class, you have to be excellent. Because of middle class there is enough in the world, but you need to be very good in just specific parts, like you are in the diamond industry.
Yeah. In January 2011, Belgium's inflation rate was nearly 4%. Is that of any concern?
It is a concern, and I can tell you it's going down now. The last publications of the IMF told us it was now close to 2.4, 2.5, so I think we are recovering, but it's something we have to monitor every day again.
Mm-hmm. How would you compare the efficiency of the Belgian economy before and after the introduction of the euro as the currency?
I think the euro really plays a tremendous important role on many things. It gave us a lot of stability, and I must say that if you look today at the financial crisis, and with everything which is going on with Greece and Ireland and Italy and Spain, if we wouldn't have had the euro, it would have been even worse. So I hope that all the measures taken by the European leaders, by the IMF and the European Central Bank, really will help to make sure that we keep this euro. Euro is at the moment very strong compared to the dollar. which is not good for our export. So that's also a little against us. Then again, if we look at the United States and in the debt crisis they are at the moment, one never knows what's happening. So I think the international financial markets are still in a shake, and we have to make sure and really feel their pulse and keep following it in the way it is possible. But there's no way back, in my opinion.
Okay. Do you believe transitioning to the German model, with banks promoting long-term investment by having high interest in the commercial sector, will help Belgium's prosperity?
I think it does. And as you know, the Belgian economy and also the Belgian financial policy is one very linked and very tied to Germany. So we are following Germany in that way very closely. We're not the only ones. We work very closely together with Holland and also France. These are really four countries that, you know, somehow are glued to each other when it comes to that fact. Of course, the German export and import is different with ours, which makes it not always easy to be on the same level as Germany, but that's in any way the target. But if I see at the last reports which were given to Belgium by the Central European Bank and the IMF, we're doing very well. The only thing which remains is of course, our debt. And that's something why in the next years, a total of, next 4 or 5 years, a total of 20 to 25 billion euros should be found to bring the deficit down. So we have to look how we can do it without getting extra taxes for the people.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for questioning me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nishit Parekh. I'm 46 years old. I am the CEO of Dire of Envy, a diamond company, and chairman of the board of AWDC, the Antwerp Diamond Center, which is the organization that overlooks the diamond trade. I am an Indian. I am of Indian origin with a Belgian nationality.
When did you move to Belgium?
I moved to Belgium in 1975 when my father decided to open an office in Belgium.
Have you been financially affected by the 2008 recession?
Yes, the diamond business is diamonds is something that people want and not something they need. So we are the highest of the highest luxury. So we are the first ones to be affected at any recession.
Do you believe you are an asset to the Belgian economy?
Anybody who opens a business in Belgium is an asset to the Belgian economy. Whichever company opens a business, employs people, when you employ people, you automatically help the economy grow.
Do you believe the number of immigrants has an impact on the Belgian crime rate?
It depends. It's a very generalization, which is not true. Yes, certain types of people do bring problems to this country, but you cannot say that all immigrants are bad for the economy.
What is your opinion toward legal immigrants receiving jobs?
It is a necessity. The people in this country want to work less, and you need new blood and hardworking people to encourage the economy to grow and to have other people doing jobs, so there is competition to improve the livelihood here.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sophia Fitzpatrick. I'm 29 years old. My profession currently, I do a little bit of everything. I'm a substitute teacher at Antwerp International School. I am also a dance teacher and I tutor students. And my nationality, I was actually born in Kenya, but I immigrated to the States and was naturalized in the US.
Which university did you recently graduate from?
I graduated from the University of Michigan with a degree in movement science and a focus in occupational therapy.
When did you move to Belgium?
About 1 year ago.
And how long do you plan on staying in Belgium?
Well, we're contracted here for about 2 years, so May of next year, 2012.
Have you been financially affected by the 2008 recession?
Yes, unfortunately. At the time, I was actually living in the States and business just slowed down. I was at that point actually managing a spa and we just couldn't meet our revenue budget. And even currently, here in Belgium, it was just very difficult to find work, and you just see things slowing down in process of that.
How would you describe the process of immigrating here?
The process of immigrating to Belgium legally was quite detailed, actually. The difficulty was that I was born in a third world country, but they needed my paperwork from there, my birth certificate. But other than that, it was a pretty smooth transition, as long as all the protocol was followed.
What is your opinion toward legal immigrants receiving jobs?
Personally, I think it's great. It's was a bit discerning for me when I couldn't find work. Having that I had a degree from a good university, established myself in the States with a career, and then moved here due to my husband's job. It was quite discerning for me to go months and months on end without finding a good job. But once I was able to find something and keep myself busy and, meeting people here and there, and they understood my situation, the paperwork process as far as receiving a work permit was very efficient and quick.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My name is Alphonse Wouters. I'm 56 years old. I'm a professional karateka, and I'm a Belgian.
What portion of your income do you have to pay as income taxes?
33%.
Have you experienced a change in the number of students after the 2008 recession?
No, I have no influence of that. It's still the same.
Living in Belgium all your life, have you witnessed a change in the number of immigrants?
Yes, I see that from year to year change more and more. People from Morocco, Turkey come more and more.
Do you believe the number of immigrants has an impact on the Belgian crime rate?
Yeah, for example, I can tell now that I have a story. Two young guys tried to steal my money, and okay, it was not working because I'm a karateka, of course. But you can listen that also on the street. A lot of people are afraid for the young people from Morocco.
Currently, there are 23 nations, including Belgium, that use the euro as their currency. Do you believe this impacts the immigration rate in Belgium?
Yes, because it makes it more easy to travel because they don't have to change the money anymore, and that's more easy to come in another country. Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hi, my name is Jackie Strasberg. I'm 61. As a profession, I'm a shareholder of a golf course, and I'm Israeli.
When did you move to Belgium?
I didn't move in Belgium. I was born here.
And what portion of your income do you have to pay as taxes?
Here, about 45%.
Despite having to pay such high income taxes, you have remained in Belgium. Why?
Well, because that's the law. I cannot change the law. I have to pay 45% taxes on what I earn here in Belgium. In Israel, I don't have to pay any taxes on profits made in Belgium.
As a grandfather, what kind of changes would you like to see being made for your grandchildren in terms of the government spending?
Well, in Belgium, I would like that they spend less money for the government because we are number one in the world concerning ministers. We have 35 ministers in 3 parliaments, and this is a terrible waste of money that can be spent in other parts of the economy.
And which other parts of the economy would you recommend spending on?
Education.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, I'm Lerma Tayaw. I'm 40 plus. My profession is one of the Stops by Del Rey chocolate stores, and I'm from the Philippines, but I have a Belgian nationality.
When did you move to Belgium?
I moved to Belgium 20 years ago.
And have you been able to adapt to the different culture in Belgium?
Yes, I learned the language. I learned how the people live here, and I adapted also the way the life.
Has it been easy to find a job?
In the beginning, it's not that easy because I have to learn first the language and to adapt some of their the culture.
And do you believe the lifestyle in Belgium is too expensive?
Compared to another country like in the Philippines, life in Belgium is quite expensive.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome.
Hello, my name is Laurent Abergel. I was born in 1970. I'm 41. My profession, I'm the owner of a company called Arpadis, which is involved into the distribution of petrochemicals and the productions of coatings. My nationality is Belgian. I moved to Belgium when I was 1 year old.
Why did you move to Belgium?
We moved to Belgium because my father had to move for his jobs to Antwerp.
Have you been financially affected by the 2008 recession?
Yes, I've been quite affected by the recession. The reason is being in the distribution of petrochemicals, going to the industrial sector. We saw a lot of our customers affected by the financial crisis, and we have still not regained the volumes that were before 2008.
Do you believe you are an asset to the Belgian economy?
I am certainly an asset. I have created jobs in Belgium. I have more than hundreds of employees in Belgium. We have a factory in the south of Belgium, and we have also an office in the Antwerp region, as I said, employing over 100 people in Belgium.
What is your opinion toward legal immigrants receiving jobs?
I think it's good. I think the diversity of a country is important, but I think that immigrants have quite difficulties nowadays to find jobs because a lot of the people are thinking that one class category of people, when you have, let's say, a bad Moroccan, that they're all bad, and sometimes it can influence on some of the good people.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the journey. The book has some additional information, and please feel free to browse my blog. By clicking on the question and scrolling down, you can leave a comment at www.immigrationinbelgium.wordpress.com. Thanks for your time.